don't know who did this film, but Keon's highlighted in each one of these cut-ups, right?
Yeah, so he's the one at the bottom here. He's blocking. So we like to kind of go over full games as much as we can. It gives us kind of a sense that we know that important for Mike Norvell's offense to see how well you can block on the perimeter is something we cited as a potential weakness for this offense. And so we get to kind of see that as this film progresses.
So
He's
is,
highlighted on each one. He's number 0, and yeah, the perimeter blocking too, guys. Like, don't watch that as well, especially with Micah Pittman being off this roster.
Yeah, so sometimes he's not going to get the ball, but
that's okay.
So down here, he kind of does a chip block and
can learn a lot about a guy when they're not getting the football.
Exactly. So they've set up this kind of action for him to run across the field for these kind of stalk blocks. They're probably also setting up some looks on some shallow routes that he's going to run later in the game.
In the backfield. But he's not just a go route guy. That's a lot of people that are, the message board.
Yeah, here he is on a hitch.
Scouters, he can't run. Oh, he's just a jump ball guy. He's more than that. He's a vertical receiver is what you're going to want, or what a Mike Norvell offense is going to want. But he can do more than that. He can run crossers. He's a bigger, thicker body. He's going to be able to.
He's a decent route runner too. I mean, you can kind of see
I think he controls DBs with his size and his strength.
I get the outside leverage there.
Willing blocker on the perimeter as well. And this is against a Washington team that finished 11-2. So this is against a good Pac-12 team.
Yeah, and he had over 100 yards in this game. So
he does a really good job of stemming this route so he can get inside leverage on this corner, not on this play, but on this. I lost it. There it is. So right play. These cut-ups are so short. So he gets this inside leverage on this corner, which means that he basically wins this route.
Kev, that's something that we saw when we were reviewing Kentron's film, that we had some issues, even though he got open on that spectacular catch. It wasn't due to the route running. It was just due to his physical ability. This is a guy that's more polished as a route runner, it looks like, from this film, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think he has good route stems. He does a good job high pointing the ball. Yeah, I think he's more polished than where Kentron is right now. I think you're trying to get Kentron to be more of a player that looks and resembles a Keon Coleman.
Oof, that ball was.
Yeah, but you saw him on the crosser against zone earlier. He did a nice job of kind of throttling down and giving the quarterback a chance to.
Nice catch.
Yeah. Here he's keeping it alive, making himself open for his quarterback on the scramble drill.
And working back to the ball. So I think you see the ball skills, you see the route running.
He doesn't always fight. He always seems to be fighting for the football too, which is great.
Adam, I don't really see a lot of the whole jump ball merchant thing that people were talking about. This looks like a tough, nice array of routes.
He's got it in his game. It's in there.
Look at that. That's a clean route.
But very physical. Like, you're not coming through this dude.
And he comes back to the football, like you said, Kevin, something that not all Florida State's wide receivers have done consistently.
I mean, I think you got to like his route running. I think the people that say he's a deep ball threat have probably just watched his highlights and, his deep ball catches. I think a lot of their offense did, by a certain point, devolve into just throwing it up to him. But, I mean, you see he's a more complete product than that. They're trying to get him the ball on screen plays. He gets 5 yards out of that. I mean, he's what their offense is kind of revolving around. A good ball there is a touchdown.
Yeah, just missed him.
Once again, the fact that he got 800 yards and 8 touchdowns out of this offense, that's pretty good.
So I don't think he's got elite speed, but he's got good enough speed that he can get vertical on you, and he's physical enough to get through some press, which is nice.
Yeah, I think he's as fast as you need someone who's 6'3" to be.
Play. That's what I'm talking about. He's always fighting for the football. Like he goes and wins it.
Yeah, I think this is someone that I don't know if there's any teams in the country not named Ohio State that wouldn't want this guy on their roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he
This
runs
is
clean
this is
routes.
what you want Malik McClain to become.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good point, Adam. God, could you imagine this guy on the other side with Johnny Wilson? I'm with you. Wide receiver isn't the biggest need right now, but I'm just imagining this guy in Norvell's offense, and it's
Here's his
Here's
third
that.
down.
So he's going to give you some of what you lost in Pokey.
So he's off the screen
Shout
here.
out Pokey Wilson.
Yeah, he's more of. I mean, I would almost argue that Johnny Wilson is more of a guy that's more a pure deep threat guy. This guy runs pretty clean routes, and you see him going over the middle and being pretty effective.
Smooth. Looks very smooth. That's a nice catch.
Yeah, I think if you listen from Michigan State fans,
He's
this
fighting for
guy
the ball
was their
again.
offense.
Well, he is this entire game. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's true.